Hello there. Tonight I'm going to have a look at the what if data and what it can do for you when trying out the system. Here we've got today's racing, which was the 19th of August. We made 2 points. I've loaded this in historical testing mode so we can go through a few days data. First thing to note is, well, we made a profit today, which was a little bit better than yesterday. If we go back to yesterday, we can see we actually just short of 5 points loss yesterday. Go back to the previous day, 4.4 gain. Before that was 5.42. Before that 124, 174, 3 point loss, 6.2 point gain. And the overall graph we've got is, this is what we've got to date. Currently at 175.7, just shy of 3 months worth of data. We can have a look at August, and I'll just bring this across. So this graph is currently showing the 22nd of May to the 19th of August. We can say just look at one particular month. We'll just have a look at August. Just accept that. And so far in August we've got 46.2 points currently. We haven't caught back up to the high from a couple of days ago, but we'll get there hopefully. So you can hold your mouse over any of the bars and you can see how it's done for that particular day. So we had a 3 point loss there, we had a just short of 5 point loss there. Particularly good day, 6th of August, was a 12 point gain. We need some more days like that, I think. Anyway, let's see how we're adjusting things. Let's fine tune this system. Let's say, for example, I'll just move it out the way so we can play with this big graph. We'll do the update PL graph, which means any change I make within the section will update on the big graph, which I've just moved out of the window. Let's just say, I don't think I'll be able to squeeze them both in, but if we move up the max layer up to say, you can see the graph in the background adjusting. I'll bring it to the front in a second. Obviously when you're messing about with it, if you I've done this on a small screen to fit into the video size, but if you've got a larger screen you'll be able to see them both side by side. Actually, if we just move this down, you'll see what I'm doing there. I'm just adjusting the max layer. I'll move this up and we can see the effect it has on the big graph. So we'll revert back. So we start off with 46.2, and all I'm doing is, this is layers of 8. If it had been 8.2, we'd have made 48.5 points, 50 points, etc., etc. So you can slide this right out if you wanted to. I would never advise anybody to lay at 100, but so you can see the breakdown just by moving a slider around, or you can, if you move your minimum back up, you can see how it's doing. And you can do this for every setting in the bot and see how it did overall. We'll just reset the graph range. So revert the settings back. So we're currently 175.7. So if we just move the max layout a bit, you can see points dropping down as we start to lay higher. So, or you can drop them lower. So you can find the range you're happy laying with, and you can see how that would have affected things. You can see July was actually quite a flat month. Not really a lot happening. Let's have a look at it. Well, just from end of June really. Then it started picking up again towards the end of July. So nice upwards, and upwards in May as well, and June, but July was pretty flat. So going back to here, any of these settings on across the board could be, if we allow their labour in up to say, call it 8, just to see how that would have done. I mean, you can check the individual days as well. So for example, if I disallow back layer, then you can see it's, I mean, that is the main money in the system, the backing and laying and the same race. And you can check on the big graph to see how that turned out. So after 3 months you'd have made 42 points, which is not too grand. So we'll check the allow back layer, and you can see how things are done. A few people ask me why I disabled layer. If you look at it over 3 months, I'll just put this up to 50%. So yeah, stakes going on to 50s. Sorry, I know you can't see what I'm doing at the moment, but so I disabled layer because after 3 months, 58 bets. This is in this column. This is successful bets, and this is how many bets placed in total. So layers not doing too grand really. They're in profit, 3.5 points and 0.3 of a point, but there's a lot of churny bets that that's why I disabled it basically. So that's disabled again. Now if you'll notice on here, move you out the way, we've got the stakes set to 50-50. So the stakes are set so it's making up 1 point per race, 40-60 or 30-70. I mean, if you want to slide these up to 100. Admittedly, you're now betting 2 points a race instead of the 1 point, but if we move the graph back up, you can see it's currently at 306 points, and the graph's gone solid because of the scale of the graph. We just need to stretch it out, and then there we go. You can see there, that's the graph, and that is betting 2 points a race. That looks like a cracking day. 24 points total. And again, I mean, there is some really good days. There's not too many bad days. That's probably the biggest 10-point loss there. But bearing in mind we are betting 2 points a race now on this particular graph. So that's how you can tweak your own system. I mean, I've got here a number of different things I like to try out. The default's book 2, was using book 2, and I was experimenting with taking 1 point profit. And that's the ziggy-zaggy graph you get. You can adjust things to your heart's content and see how they would have performed. I mean, it was absolutely cracking at the end of May and start of June. But with going for 1 point, that's a huge loss there. 25-point loss. That's one of the things when going for 1 point. But if I uncheck that, we can see how it would have done. Oh, lots more red. And that was 78 points in total. As it was checked, it's actually less. It's 58 points in total. And then there's so many things to tweak on here that you can play around all day. I think those max odds might be a little bit high. So this is the beauty of the back day. You can go over any day you want from